Hello friends, I am CA Abdul Rafiq. I am delighted to welcome you to this webinar series on Automate to Accelerate Progress. This webinar provides you a good overview of how you can use E2TallySoft. E2TallySoft is a software which is an add-in to MS Excel. It can be used for the purpose of automating how you are able to import the masters and transactions or vouchers into Tally. Let's get started. These are the learning objectives you set. We will look at first some reasons of why we need to automate import to Tally, why it's much more faster, and we'll also compare to an RPA solution. Second, we will understand what are the 7 steps for using the import in E2Tally software. How do we go about step by step? You'll find this are very, very simple. Third, we'll understand what are the key functions of E2Tally software. It's not only importing, there are many more things you can do in E2TallySoft. And then we will spend a significant amount of time on demo of selected functions of E2TallySoft, where I'll show you how you can import the masters and the vouchers from Excel templates into Tally. I'll also show you how, even if you don't have the data in the Excel format, you can convert it into a standard format and import it. This is a vision of a company. We aspire to be a global leading solution provider in data analytics for empowering professionals, and primarily our focus on CA professionals to realize the potential by applying thought to technology. This is our strategy. We believe in developing innovative software solutions to empower CAs and CXOs to harness the power of technology. We believe CA should be able to scale up the services by using technology, and we focus on developing solutions which can help you to provide scaled up services to your clients so that you can do your work much more faster and with greater value addition. Our solutions are made for the new age digital auditor, and we focus on ensuring that you are able to future-proof your career and accelerate growth of yourself and your firm. This is our resolve for our clients for 2021 beyond, and it's very simple to make insightful analytics simple. Now let's go to the first objective. Why do you need to automate import to Tally? Let's look at the problem statement. Creating masters and data entry in Tally requires time and expertise. Second, you need to understand, is there a faster and easier way for creating masters and entering transactions in Tally? Recently, I received a query from one NGO who wanted to start operations about 26 branches. They had a standard chart of accounts, but these would vary in each of the branches depending on specific budget heads. They wanted to create the masters and provide access to this Tally for all the 26 locations. Now, manually, if you look at the masters, there are about 200 to 400 masters, that is groups and ledger names which are to be created. The objective was, can we automate it? I'll show you a little later how we can automate it. Second important thing, it's not only import from Tally, we can import into Tally, we can also import from Tally. So the data export from Tally to Excel is not always properly formatted to facilitate analysis. You would have seen when you export the data from Tally, let's say daybook or trial balance or any other format of a report, you find the data quite often is not formatted in Excel, and it's not easily usable in Excel for various functions such as auto filter or a pivot table. I'll show you how you can export the data from Tally to MS Excel, and this is one of the features which is there in E2TallySoft. So the question is it possible to export masters, transactions, and reports from Tally in a structured format for easy analysis? This is where our solution E2TallySoft is useful. If you look at the simple definition of the solution, it's an automated solution, which means instead of manually entering or creating the masters and entering the transactions in Tally, you can create the data in a standard Excel format, or if there is a standard format in you which you got the data in Excel And if you're able to identify all the elements which are required for the masters or the transactions, you can convert into standard template, and then you can import all this at one shot in Tally. I'll show you a demo in a few minutes. So it's an add-in software to MS Excel, which means when you open MS Excel, you find this will be available as an add-in tab. Let me show you how the software looks. Now, if you see here, this is what is available. You have this E2TallySoft. This is available as an add-in tab, and all these are the functions which are available in E2TallySoft. You have configure. In configure, you have open tally, company info, system info, your profile. I'll show you a demo a little later. You have got documents, you have got templates, you have got validate, you import to Tally, export to import, which means you export from Tally, and then again you import into Tally, which means a client has given you the Tally data and he wants you to update that particular data which is got, and you want to pass some additional entries. You can use this option export. You can do it in XML or XLS format. You also have got different formats. This is where you use the convert to voucher format. We also got formats where you can map the vouchers. And the next part is import from Tally, which means you got the data inside Tally. You want to export this as a daybook, transactions, ledger vouchers, cash transactions, bank transactions, or cash and bank transactions, or you want to export the trial balance. You'll see how the trial balance is different from the normal one. You can also consort the trial balance from multiple companies. You can also export the registers such as the sales register in multiple formats, and the purchase registers and the journal vouchers in multiple formats. And this is how the software looks like. So for importing the masters, primarily the focus on how can you get data from Excel template, what will be the voucher types or what will be the masters, and you can import into Tally. For importing master and transactions, accounting, inventory, cost center, and even bill wise also it's possible from MS Excel to Tally in a few clicks. So you should be able to automate input to Tally faster than an RPA, and you'll find that how that is possible. Because in the case of an RPA mimics a human data entry. It actually picks up the data from Excel and passes the entry one by one. Whereas in E2TallySoft, we directly convert the master's data or the voucher data directly into XML template and provide it or convert it and send it to Tally, and it's accepted to Tally and stored inside Tally. So there is no need to open the Tally screen and enter the data. You'll find how quickly we can do. I'll show you an example a little later in the demo. So to summarize all the discussion we had so far, I would like to spend more time on the demo. So that's why I'm quickly running through the concepts. So E2TallySoft is a software for automated conversion, which means you can import information of masters and data from MS Excel templates to Tally in a few clicks. So this graphically represents you want data and you want conversion. The data is available in Excel, and you'd like to ensure that using E2TallySoft, you are able to convert the masters or the vouchers to Tally. What are the questions and answers pertaining to E2TallySoft? Why do we need to use it? It supplements the powerful features of Tally with the simplicity of MS Excel. Anybody who can use MS Excel and knows how to do a few clicks can import the data from Tally. The person who is actually importing this data need not be an accountant, because the person who has created this data has to be a person who knows the accounting and he has created the data in Tally in Excel, and then you can directly import into Tally. Who can use it? Any user of Tally software. It could be accounting, business owners, or assurance professionals. There are hundreds of CAs across India who provide accounting services who are using our software, and they say that it has been very helpful. In fact, yesterday I gave a demo for one of the customers where he had a bank statement of about 300 plus transactions of the year of a client, and he wanted to convert it, import it. He first prepared the data. I'll show you a demo a little later. He prepared the data, added the corresponding ledgers for each of the bank statements, and all this import of 300 plus transactions was done in less than 2 minutes. Now just imagine same 300 plus transactions manually if it has to be entered by one of the staff. Even if you take an average of 1 minute per transaction, it would have taken 5 hours. Whereas here, you can do it in less than 2 to 3 minutes. Not only that, there is 100% accuracy. How do you do? I'll show you. Select the module or function from E2TallySoft, depending on what you want, and you can import the master and vouchers from MS Excel worksheet into Tally in a few clicks. When to use it? Whenever you want to automate the import of the masters or the vouchers from Excel to Tally. You can also, as I said, export specific or all related masters or voucher from Tally to Excel. This is where I showed you the day book, the trial balance, the sales register, purchase register, journal vouchers. Those also you can directly from Tally, you can export into Excel in a standard format. These are the 7 key features of E2TallySoft. You can automate import in bulk. We also had earlier input single entries, which currently we have removed from Excel to Tally using standard templates. As I said, the key feature of E2TallySoft is import masters or vouchers, accounting, inventory, cost center from Excel worksheets to Tally. Export masters or vouchers or report from Tally to Excel in a structured format for further analysis. You can also automate the documentation because whatever activities you perform in E2TallySoft is automatically documented and it's repeatable. So it's also available as a further reference. So you know who has done and when it was done. You can generate specific company info statistics and index worksheet for documentation. You can validate. There's also functions for validating the patterns of PAN, TAN, GSTN and other standard format. This is an additional utility which is available in the software. You can export the trial balance as specified, including consolidated TB of multiple companies. So if you have to summarize, there are 4 steps in using E2TallySoft. First, you open Tally, select the company and period for which you want to import the data. Open MS Excel and click on the tab of E2TallySoft. Click on the specific function and use the relevant options. Review the results and confirm the results are as required. Now, if I have to expand this a little further, we can look at as 7 steps. I'll show the 7 steps and I'll actually give you the demo parallelly so that you can get an idea how this is very simple to use. Now we look at the second part of the presentation where I'm actually going to walk you through the 7 steps for using the import features in E2TallySoft. First, you set open Tally and select the company and period for which to import the data. Open MS Excel and click on the tab of E2TallySoft. Now let me come to the Tally. Now I'm using Tally Prime for this particular demo and I'm using the demo version. The limitation in the demo version is you can import for only specific date, 2 dates in a month. But for the purpose of the demo, I kept the data of only 2 dates. Okay. Now I've already created one company for the purpose of demo. I'll show you the results of this demo and I'll also show you how to import the masters and the vouchers step by step, right from the beginning, right from creation of the company. Now, if you see this company, I've called it demo 1. Now, if you look at the balance sheet, now this is the data I have got. This is the data which has been completely created by using E2TallySoft. Now, if I come to the profit loss count, this gives me the profit loss count. All these transactions have been imported. Now, let me come to the DSS. Now, if you look at from 1st April to 2nd April 2020, okay, I'll change the accounting period. In this case, this is the data we have. Okay, now let me just change the period. I'm going to change it to A20 to M21. Now, if you see, these are the transactions I got. Now, these are all the transactions, contra the 26 transactions. I said I got only 2 dates. All these transactions, if you see, there is no difference between the data which is entered manually and the data which is imported using E2TallySoft. What are the data I imported? I'll show you that also. What are the masters I created? I'll show you that also as a demo. Okay, this is just to give you an idea how the transactions are created. This is what I've actually created. For example, if you see, we've got 101 journal entries. These are journal entries. The data is given to Tally in Excel format and stored, and Tally uses it, presents to you in the way you want it, as it does normally. So these are all the vouchers. You find there's no difference at all. Okay. What are the format in which the data has to be provided? I'll show you that a little later. Okay, now if you see that totally 916 vouchers. Now just imagine this 916, the client comes to you with these details, and let's say he has got the data in Excel format. Now you want to, or you create the data in Excel format and you want to enter into Tally. Now 916 vouchers. First you have to create the masters, and then after that you have to enter the transactions. So approximately, even you take 2 minutes per transaction, this would take about 1,832 minutes, which is nearly 30 hours. Okay, now we'll see how this can be done in probably 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, but it requires preparation, which means you need to get the data in the required format. Now, let me come back to the presentation. Here, if you see, What did I do? I opened Tally, selected the company and the period for which we want to import, and then open MS Excel and click on the tab of eTallysoft. Download the template of sample data of masters, review and add relevant data in relevant worksheets. Example, accounting, use templates, masters, accounting, sample data. For each of the data, we have given templates. For example, if you see here, this is a standard format in which the data is available. Now, if you see here, I got the data pertaining to 1st April 2020. Now, what I'll do is I've already imported the data. You'll see this is the template data, which means this is standard format in which the data has to be provided. If you see the transactions should have a voucher number. Okay, which is voucher number could be unique for each type of transaction. Let's look at what are the type of transactions which you imported here. Now you see we've got different types of transactions. Let me pick up an example. Let's say if I go contra, I've got these contra transactions. These are the contra transactions. If you see the debit and credit should tally, and automatically there is a validation which checks this. We also have the narration. If you look at the format of this particular data, you have the transaction ID, date, ledger name, voucher type, voucher number, debit, credit, and the transaction type. If it's a bank transaction, you give the narration. You can also have a ledger-wise narration. You can give the reference number. For example, let's say in the case of purchases, you want to include the purchase invoice number, and you have your own voucher number for the purchases which is entered. In case of checks, you want to enter the value date or the instrument number. You can also have the party ledger name, address. These are all the data which is required inside Tally. We have picked up out of the key elements of data which is required. Even if you want to enter the GST details, you can enter the GST details. Now this is where you enter the GSTN. Now GSTN you can enter for each of the transactions, or you create the masters and automatically the transaction, the GSTN will be taken from the masters. Okay, now let me show you where the templates are. Now this is the third step. Now if you see here, we have got the template section and I got the masters. For this, let me just close this masters now. Okay, now this is the templates. One more template we have got of the groups and ledgers. Now this is what I want to show you. Now if you see, the first step in importing is to review the template. For example, first you create the groups. This is the mandatory field, group name and the parent and the primary group. Okay, in this case, I have created this particular groups, which means there are totally about 69 groups. We have the ledgers. Now in this case, if you see, we have 258 ledgers. For each of the ledgers, you have to create it in a particular hierarchy. Each of the ledgers then will have a parent, and the parent will belong to a particular group. If you got the opening balance, you can enter the opening balance. You also have to specify the debit and credit, and these are all the details for the ledgers, each of the ledgers which you can include. Now, if you see here, the critical thing is fields which are mandatory are given in red, which means the ledger and the parent name. Now, I'll close this and open it again so that you can get an idea. Now, this is standard data. I'll keep the standard data. Now, I want to show you how to get the template. Now, if you see the templates, I've got this masters. I click on the masters. Now, if you see here, I can import the masters, accounting, inventory, cost centers, and bill wise. Now, there are two types of formats. One is the sample data, which means the data comes in sample format, or it's a ready to fill. I'm going to show you both. Okay, let me pick up the data, which is sample data. I say yes. Now, see, this will import this data. It comes with the guidelines. Now, this is the masters. Yeah, this is the masters we have got. Now, if you see, it also comes with the guidelines. How do you import the masters of accounting? You got the groups, you got the ledgers, and you got the voucher types. Now, let me start with importing of this before I go to the next step. Now, if you see here, I said import the master data of groups, ledgers, and voucher type. This is what I'm going to perform. I've downloaded the templates, which is the masters of accounting, and then now I'm going to import. Now, let me perform the fourth step. Now, I've got this masters. Okay. Now, how do I import it? For this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to create a new company because I already have one company. I'm going to create a new company. How do we create a new company? Alt F3. Okay, so it asked me to create, this is Tally Prime. Okay, create a company. I'll give this as demo of E2Tallysoft. You give the name of the company as it's applicable. Financial detail. Okay, I'll come to the financial year. Now I give the state. Let's say I give the state as Karnataka. Okay. Now this is applicable in this one. Now, if you see here, in this case, let me see the data what I've got, because based on that I'll create the accounting. Now, if you look at the data what I've got here, I don't have the data here, but I know the data which is available is from 1st April 2019. So I'm going to create this from 2019. INR is done. Yes. Accept, which means now I'm creating the company. It's also asking additional details. Do you want to enable bill-wise entry? In this case, let me keep it as yes. So now you see, I'm also saying whether it's required with inventory. I say yes. Enable goods. Now, let's say in this case, okay, we'll keep this, and I can enable all this. Okay, I say yes. Okay, enable. No, I don't want any TDS. Accept, which means now the company is created. Now let's go to this company, demo of Tallysoft. Let's close the other companies which are not required. How do I close the company? I think company. See, now this is a few things which are a little different in Prime. So I shut this company, which is a company I said demo 1. Yeah, now I have got 1 minute. I wanted to shut this company. F3, shut company. Okay. This will close all open reports. Yes. Okay. Now I'm the active company is the demo of Tallysoft. There's one more company called Krishna Traders. Let me close this company also, so that we have got only one company. Then it becomes much more faster to operate. So I say shut company. Yes. It tells me which is the company I want to shut. Yes. Right now we got only one company. Let's see what are the data available inside this company. This is a new company you created. You find there's nothing here, which means by default there are standard groups. Inside Tally 28 groups are there, and then you have 2 ledgers, which is the cash in hand, and I think one more stock in hand would be there. These are the 2 groups, and then you have default voucher types. Okay. Now this is what we got. Now what I would like to do is, let me come back to Excel. This is Excel. Now I want to import this group. If you see here, I've got this group, about 69 groups are there which are relevant to this company. This may be default groups also, and specific groups for this company. I've got ledgers and voucher types. How do I import all this? Now let's see how it can be done. I go to Tallysoft, and now I got this import to Tally. I've got masters, vouchers, and statistics. I go to masters. Now, by default, it reads based on the column names, what are the sheets which are open. I have got groups, ledgers, voucher types. And if it is cost centers, this will be enabled. Okay, in this case, I don't have cost centers. Bill wise, if I got bill wise, there are some additional details to be provided. If it's attendance, I have to provide additional details. Now, I can get the data in Tally or in XML format. I say, okay. Now you see here, it gives a message. This is the company which is open. I say, okay. See, now it has created the group 41 groups. Now it's importing the ledgers. Just as you talk, you see 256 ledgers have been created in less than few seconds. And now it also gives you the complete statistics. What has been imported. It created 41 groups. Now it altered 28 groups because some of the groups are already available by default in Tally. It created 256 ledgers. It altered 2 ledgers. You remember by default, Tally had 2 ledgers. And then we had voucher types. It created 2 voucher types. It altered 23 voucher types. So in the case of import, if there are already existing masters, those will be altered. If those do not exist, they will be created. Do you want to save the statistics? I say yes. So it will add the statistics. Now this is the original statistics which we had. Now this is the statistics which has been added. So it means this is what I imported. Now let's go to Tally and see whether these have been imported, whether the job is actually done. Now, if you see here, see the magic here. Now I've got 69, all the groups which I wanted is already created. Similarly, now I come to ledgers, 256 ledgers have been created. Now just imagine if I have to create manually, even it take 30 seconds for this, this would have taken 128 seconds. And we are also not sure about the accuracy, whereas using this, we are able to do it in less than a minute. Now this is how we are able to create the masters. Now that we have created the masters, now we are ready to import the transactions also. Now, do we have transactions? Let's go and check. Now, because we had opening balance also, let's go and check the balance sheet. Now you see, we have the balance sheet. This is all including, this is all in case of the opening balance only. There are no transactions here. Okay, this is how we are able to import the masters. Now, what are the masters we imported? Groups, ledgers, and vouchers. Now, let me come back to the presentation. So here, if you see, what are the steps? Open Tally and select company, open MS Excel. These are very simple. Download the template which you want. You can have your own template. In this template, I also wanted to show you one more option. Now, we said in this case, we had this option, masters templates. Now, I don't want to sample data. I want to have a template with the ready to fill. I just say open. Now, in this case, it will give me a template which is ready to fill, which means here, if you see groups, it will have only the title, which is the column names. And you can use this template, ready-made template, and create your own data and then use it for importing. Let's come back to the presentation. Now we have imported the masters of groups, ledger, voucher types. Now we are going to import the vouchers. Download template of sample data vouchers, review and add relevant data in the worksheets in the required format. This could be pertaining to accounting. In this case, I'm going to take up accounting. And then we import the voucher data. Okay, now we are going to perform step 5 and 6. Let's come back to the Tally. Now, how do I get this data? I can create this template, or what I do is I go to import to Tally vouchers. Now here I wrongly clicked import. So it validates and says that this is not this one. What I wanted to do was actually I wanted to click on template vouchers. Now by default, it shows me what do you want. I want to import the template. If I want cost center with inventory, there is a separate template. If for bill wise, there is a separate template. So you can have accounting only, but inventory will include accounting. But you can have accounting with cost center and bill wise. You can have inventory with accounting, cost center and bill wise. And you can also have attendance. Now I want to sample data. I can download or I can open directly. Now, if you see here, guidelines for vouchers, it also gives you guideline. You can read the guidelines. What are the validation which is done? Now, let's come to the vouchers. Here, if you see, we got the vouchers. There are different voucher types. Now, if you see, last time also I showed you, this is the voucher types I have, and these are voucher types with voucher date 1 and 2. Now, you may have a question now. I don't want to enter the data in this particular format. This takes a long time. I'll show you standard formats in which you can convert the data, and the eTallysoft will convert this into this particular format so that it's ready for import. Okay. Now, if you look at the number of transactions, now there are about 2,436. Okay. Total number of vouchers. Now, I don't want to individually go, but for the purpose of this one simple example, let's pick up one example. Let's say I pick up the journal entries. Let me see how many journal entries are there. So that when you import, you can cross-check whether it's there. Now we got 101 journal entries. Okay. Similarly, you want to check up, let's say we pick up payments. I've got these payments. Now there are how many? 440 payments. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to remove the filter and we will import it. Now here also, if you see, as I explained to you the format, this is the format in which the data has to be provided, and these are the mandatory fields. Okay. You can also provide additional data. If this additional data is there, this will be added. If it is not there, this will be ignored. Now we want to do the most magical part of the software, which is I want to import this vouchers. I go to eTallysoft. I come to import. I can also validate. If I do validate, let's see what happens. When I say vouchers, I say validate. I can validate with the input data or I can validate with the tally data. Okay. I will not do this. Instead of this, what I'll do is I'll directly go to import to tally, because in this case also it will validate. By default, it validate. There are also important thing you need to remember. You can do auto numbering of vouchers, which means in this case, when you say auto numbering, automatically it will provide the option for tally to include the numbers in this case, or I can go for manual entry, which means whatever numbers I've given, the same numbers would be taken. I say okay. Now it says currently the following company is opened in tally. Let me come to Excel. Now this is what we have got. Let's come to the screen. Yes, this is what we had. Currently, the following company. It's always advisable to keep only one company which is open, which you want to import. I say okay. Please validate before importing. Yes, ideally it is better to validate before importing. Here I am. I know the data is validated, 100% correct. So I'm not spending time on this. Still, it will do the validation. Like, let's see, look at the validation it does. It validates the ledgers available in Tally. Just look at the time now. It's 5:30. Let's see how much time it takes and how many voucher types. Okay, now it started importing the vouchers. Okay, 5:30. Exactly. Now I started importing the vouchers. This will take, depending on the speed of the computer, depending on what where if it is a network, it takes a little longer time. We had totally, as far as I remember, there are 916 vouchers. 916 vouchers are being pushed into Tally. Now, if you use an RPA solution, what the RPA solution, which is available in the market, will do is it will read from the Excel worksheet one by one the transactions and add it in Tally. And just like manually you enter the transactions, it will add this and close. It will pick up row by row, and for each of this, it will complete, accept, and do it. Now you see, as you're talking less than a minute, okay, we have created 916 vouchers. This is the magic or the power of the software. It also gives you a summary. What are the vouchers which have been created? Now, if you see, remember, journal 101, payment 440. Okay, I want to maintain the statistics. I say yes. Okay, now let's cross check. This is what was imported. Okay, let's cross check, because as CS we always say we trust, but we verify. How do I verify this? I go to D, yes, yes. Now, if you see here, totally how many vouchers did we have now? We didn't have any vouchers. Now we have got 916 vouchers. How much time did it take to import the masters? Totally put together, it might have taken about 3 minutes. Now, in this case, because the demo version, I have kept 2 dates only. It's a licensed version. You can import for any days for any period, for any number of clients. Now, see this. Now let's look at this transaction. So it just looks like a normal transaction. We also arrange the data in such a way that the debit and credit tallies. It will not be accepted. The debit and credit doesn't tally. Now you see, we have been able to import all these transactions. Now let's look at some more examples. Now let's say if I go to payment, I see the payment. So we provide the data to Tally in XML format, and Tally accepts it as its own data. So there's no distinction between the data which is manually entered and the data which is sent by us using the Excel template through the XML format. Now you see, everything is available. When the data is available in Tally, you can generate any type of report which is by default available in Tally. Now let's look at purchases. I'm just typing purchases. Now in this case, if you see supplier invoice number, I have not given. If I wanted, if I include the reference number, I could have referred this, and the supplier invoice number and the date could also have been included. Now you see the party's account is created and the debit and credit is created. Okay, all the purchases have come. Right? This is how simple it is to import the masters and the vouchers. Now, once I've got this, now let's say I want to look at the balance sheet and see how it looks like. I look at the balance sheet, this is how it looks like. I want to see the details. Where are the details? I think it's available in F5. I say I want details. Now this gives me the detailed balance sheet. This is the format. If I want, I can change the format. I want to see the profit loss count. Now see, I get the profit loss count. Okay. Let me see. I want to see the trial balance. Trial balance. I go to DT. Yes, this is the trial balance. Now I want to see the detailed trial balance, ledger-wise trial balance. Now I get the ledger-wise trial balance. Okay. Now I want to show you one more important thing. Now I want to verify whether this data which has been imported is correct and complete. I'll show you one more important thing, which is the last step, which I said, review the results of the data imported in Tally by using the statistics, which you already done. We can now this data, whatever I got now, I can also export. Okay, how do I export? Let me show you that also. I got this data. Now I'm going to create a new blank worksheet by saying Control N. Now this is a reverse process of import. I got it to Tally. Now I want this export. Now this can be done for any data which is available in Tally. Now I want the daybook transactions. Okay, now it tells what is the data for which the data is available. Now you see we had about 916 transactions. I want to export everything. Now when you export the daybook transactions from Tally to Excel using E2TallySoft, see the formatting and the beauty of the structure in which the information is available. Now it's actually did the conversion from XML to Excel. Now it's giving the result. Now see, we got 2,436 rows. Remember the original data, the exact number of rows we had. Now we have got this data. Now imagine this data is available here now. You can do a pivot table, you can do analysis, you can do anything you want using this. Because this data is structured. For example, I want to pick up what are the accounts which have got rent. I just select this. Now these are the rents available. I want to pick up only, let's say, office rent. I can analyze this because I got the data in a structured fashion. Okay, so it means this is how you can export the data from Tally to Excel. I'll show you one more report. Let's say I come to eTallysoft. Now I want to export only the, let's say, the ledger vouchers. Okay, ledger vouchers, which means the data will come in a different format. Okay, there are too many sheets open. Let me close one by one. We have got this format. Yes. Now when I open Zoom, it's some issues like this. Okay. Some on the screen. Let me just keep it for one day. Okay. I'm just asking for the ledger. Now look at the difference between what you have got in ledger voucher and the transactions. I'm saying, okay, now it's extracting all these transactions. Now what is going to happen? This is going to take some time because I'm extracting the ledger vouchers for all the accounts, which means for all the ledger vouchers one by one, I'm extracting this and putting in one Excel sheet. It's like you can do the ledger scrutiny in a page. The difference between a day book and the ledger voucher is, in the case of day book, it is given voucher wise, which means you have a debit and the credit in single different rows. Whereas when you extract the using the ledger voucher option, you find the debit and the credit will be in a single row for each type of a transaction. Which means for one voucher, if you got a debit and credit, you'll give the debit voucher, it'll give the credit also account in the same row. So in that case, it becomes easier for you to do the analysis and actually export the data for each of the ledgers one by one. So this is going to take a little time to export. Now you see it also giving a message, what are the accounts which are being exported. Once all the data is exported, the ledger vouchers, this will be shown to you in the Excel worksheet. Now let me go to the presentation before this is done. Okay, so this is how we have shown you how this is possible. Now this is the same steps I have already explained to you. Open Tally, select the company period for which you want to import. Open MS Excel and click on the tab of eTallysoft. Download the template. Pick up the template if you want, depending on your need. And then I said these are the different formats in which you got. Accounting, you have the masters and the vouchers. Inventory, masters, vouchers. In cost center also you got masters, vouchers. You also have additional bill wise also. Now when you select the masters to import, these are the different types of masters you have got. If you see here, in the case of inventory, you'll also have units, godown, stock. In stock, you'll have groups, items, categories, and you also have currencies. In the case of cost center, you'll have the cost category and the cost center. These are the masters which are to be created. You import the master data. This is what you have done. You download the template of the sample data vouchers, import, and these are the type of vouchers which can be imported. It's not necessary that you should create separate template for each of them. You can have all this in one template itself. Okay, import the voucher data, and then you review the results. This is what you have done so far. Now I want to show you a quick review of the functions of eTallysoft. Now if you see, these are the panels which I showed you earlier. You have the configure, profile, documents, templates, validate, import to Tally, export to import, convert to vouchers, import from Tally. And these are the functions available. This is also available online. For each of the functions, now if you see here, it tells you the panel, the menu, and the function, and what you can do in that function. For example, in configure, you got 3 functions. In profile, you got 3 functions: general info, master info, and index sheets. I'll show you this also a little later. In documents, you got the Excel log. What are activities are done in Excel? This will be documented. What are activities are performed in using eTallysoft? That will be available in the activities log. If you are imported, there is an import log which is maintained by Tally itself. We directly give you access to that. Similarly, you got templates. Next, if you see in masters, you got different templates. You perform the validate. So first you use the template. Now, if you see the process is very simple. You use the template depending on what you want, and then you validate whether the masters or the vouchers. And then this very set pattern, which means you can verify the PAN, TAN, GST, and etc. Then import to Tally whether the masters or the vouchers and the statistics. Okay, and then you also have this option of export to import, where you got export, import XML, and import to XLS. Then you have convert to vouchers. This is what I'm going to show you now. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you different formats in which you can export. Then you have convert to vouchers. This could be different formats. For example, you have, let's say a client of yours is doing an e-commerce transaction. They're selling through Amazon, and Amazon gives all the sales data. They do the invoicing. They give the sales data. Let's say they can generate the day on a daily basis or weekly basis. There's standard template, which has most of the information which is relevant to the accounts. Now the client takes this particular report and he creates entries again manually in Tally. Instead of that, using that e-commerce template, directly I can use the convert to voucher option. whether it's a sales or a purchase, what are options are available. I can import, convert it to standard template using the convert to vouchers, and then I can import to Tally. I'll show you this a little later. And now this is what I said, import from Tally. Transaction ledger vouchers is what we are doing. Behind, we can also import the cash transactions, bank transactions. We can also import the trial balance. And we can also import the sales registers. And these are the different formats in which you can get. Now, before I go to the next demo, let's see what happened to our ledger vouchers. They must have been completed. It's still taking time. It looks like there is an issue here. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Okay, let me go. I think there is a small issue here. It's a given demo. Now, this is where I want to give you demo of import of masters transactions. This I've already shown you. Now, demo of conversion of bank statement. This is a very important thing. I think there are a lot of presentations available online where some of the faculties or some of the experts, CAs who have made presentations, they are given demo of how to convert the bank statement and directly import this as a Tally data. I'm going to show it to you. Then we can do conversion of sales, conversion of purchases, conversion of journal vouchers, or conversion of services, conversion of resistant payments, and you can also have a new option called configure and create. Okay, so the bottom line is, what does this all mean to you? So it's very simple. You can automate import of masters of transactions from MS Excel to Tally and avoid manual data entry and related errors, which means you can save time and money, and you can increase the productivity of your time. There's a CA, a young CA from Jaipur, and he got an assignment for doing the accounting for one mining firm where they had about 2,000 transactions per month. And they gave the data based on the in-house software, which is available in Excel. And all this data pertaining to 2,000, he was able to convert into Tally vouchers and import it. And all this 2,000 transactions per month, 24,000 transactions. Now just imagine how much time it would have taken to do it manually and how much you would have charged. Even if you're charging, let's say 2 rupees or 3 rupees per transaction or voucher entry, you know what the amount and how much time it would take to enter this transaction. All this was done for, let's say, 2,000 per month. Monthly, he converted the data. It took about 3 minutes per month, which means about 45 minutes. The whole data entry of all this 24,000 plus transaction was completed. And what is the billing? You don't need to tell the client that you use an automated software and you are able to do it faster. You can decide on the billing based on what you want. The same example I was telling you, there's an NGO who wanted to import about 26,000. They wanted to create the Tally masters for about 26 branches. And we are able to do that for all the 26 branches in probably half an hour for each of the branches. Manually, if I had done, let's say about 300, average 300 masters, it would have taken about 5 hours, plus we had to verify. Whereas through eTally software, we are able to do in less than 30 minutes for each of the branches. Okay, this is the bottom line which you talked about. It's an automated solution. It's an add-in to Excel for importing the master transactions of accounting, inventory, cost centers, and billwise from MS Excel to Tally in a few clicks. But you should remember one important thing. Any automation requires certain preparation. So you need to first understand how the process works. And once you understand the process, it becomes very simple to use. The bottom line is you can do more in less time using eTally software. You can also watch online demos which are available. Now let me come back and see what's happening back. I think there is an issue with this. Let's see how best we can close this, guys, and move forward. Okay, so we had an issue here. Okay, let's see if we can close it in some other way. Okay, what we do is, I think rather than this will close the presentation. Okay, so if you got any queries, you can email me directly, or you can send an email to sales@wincat.com. Okay, let me now, what we do is this, I'll close this PPT. Let me see how best we can close this. I think there is an issue here. Yes, there's a bug we had rectified it. Okay, this is in ledger vouchers. So what's happening is this message is not getting closed after importing. So I can kill Tally and close this process, but I want to finish this process. Let's say it takes a few seconds. Let me close this. Now, if there are any errors or bugs you find, please inform us. We'll see that it is rectified. And every month we got a release. In the new release, we'll ensure that this is rectified. Now, the other option is instead of doing this, I can just go and kill the process. This should already, I want to show you the report. That's why I'm just running through this. So this how, see each of the steps, this is what's happening. Now finally it's done. Let's see what's happening. This is the purchase. Okay, this I want to show you for the conversion. Ledger, finally we got the ledger vouchers. Now if you see here, this is what I told you. The ledger voucher, the difference between the day book, it's actually copied in the same book. You got the day book and now you got the ledger vouchers. In the ledger vouchers, you see here for advertisement expenses, the corresponding ledger name is also given and the amount is given. Similarly, advertising expenses, corresponding ledger is given. So which means you're able to see in the ledger voucher, you can get one view. For example, you want to filter. Now, once you got the data in this way, the beautiful thing is that you can do any analysis and filter depending on what you want. For example, you want to see advertisement expense, to whom all we have paid the advertisement expenses. Okay, now you see in advertisement expenses, what are the transactions which are there? So we have got 2 agents to whom we paid. We also find TDS has been done only for one company. Other company we have not done the TDS. Okay, why TDS is not done for Phoenix? We can make a note and then cross check. Okay, so this is the beauty of the data which you get in. Once you get the data in standard for the standard format. Now let us go to the end and see how many. So it means if you see here, because these transactions are given in the ledger voucher, there are only 1063 rows, whereas 63 rows, whereas here if you see, we had about 2000 plus rows, 2437. Okay. Now let's come back. Another important thing I want to show you before I show the conversion. I think it'll go up to 6 o'clock if it's okay with you. Now let me come to eTallysoft. I want to export the trial balance. Now, quite often I've come across presentations where they show how you can get the tally trial balance using ODBC, all this circus you do. Now here is very simple. You don't need to spend hours and hours understanding ODBC and extracting this. In a few clicks, now I got this trial balance. You just see here, trial balance with the ledger name, parent, primary group, opening balance, debit, transaction debit, credit, with all the details I can get in one click. Now I don't want so many details. I just want the trial balance of, let's say, ledger wise. I just say ledger wise I want. You want to import trial balance ledger wise? I say yes. I see one standard format you will get with the ledger wise, you get the trial balance. Okay, now with the opening balance. Now, if I want to, I don't want all this. I just want the trial balance with only. I just go here and say trial balance. I want only with the ledger wise in groups. I don't want the opening balance. I want only transactions. I want the parent. I want the closing balance. I don't want the parent. I don't want the primary group also. I just want this transactions, parent, and the closing balance. I say okay. Now see, I get this trial balance. Now those of you who are preparing this one transactions and you want to see this one, what is that in format for the purpose of schedule 3, directly you can take this link in and prepare schedule 3. We are also working on schedule 3 software, which will be releasing another 1 month or so. Now let's say I don't want all this. I just want only the closing balances. I can get only the closing balances. So it depends on, there's a lot of flexibility available. You can export whatever you want. Depending on what you need, you can get the data. Okay, now let me close the things which are not required so that we can move forward quickly. Okay, if there is any tab open, yes, we have a tab open here. Sometimes you have this problem when I do it on Zoom. I don't want the transactions. I just want the closing balance. Now I'm just showing you a very simple way. I just want it in this way: closing balances, parent and primary group. I just say okay. Now I see the trial balance. I get this in a few seconds. I'm able to get this. See all these ledgers for the current year. Now instead of this, I just want all the closing balances from Tally which is available. I say trial balance and say give me the closing ledger balances. Now with the previous year balance or closing balance greater than 0, I have multiple things. Now in this case, it just gives a listing of all the this one note that closing ledger balance for all the ledgers. Now this you find debit and credit will not tally. You have to remove the stock in trade and remove the profit loss account for it to tally. Okay, now this is where we have seen. I said if you got consolidate, now if you see, if you open multiple companies, here's only one company open. That's why it's giving only one. If you got multiple companies open, let's say 3 companies open, there are 3 companies will be available here. Now you can do the consolidation at one shot here. with the opening balances, transactions, closing balances. You can also append the data and you can consolidate the data. This is a very beautiful feature which is available, and you get it no cost by using E2TallySoft. Okay. Now let me look at the sales. When I wanted to show you sales, let's say I want to export only the sales vouchers. Now here I want with the narration, party name, parent, primary group, GST registration type, etc. I just say I want this register. I just click OK. Now see all the sales register from Tally to will be available to you in Excel. See, in a few seconds I got this data, and this is beautifully formatted. Using this, you can do a pivot, you can do so many analysis depending on what you require. Now let me come to the most important thing which I wanted to show you, which is the convert to voucher, convert to vouchers. I don't want to save this. Now this also we don't want to save. We'll close things which are not required, so that will be much more faster. So I hope you got a fair idea how this particular process works. It's very, very simple to use. And most of the cases you find the CS for using it is being used by the article clerks. Once they understand the process, it becomes very simple. And many of them have done it even without asking us, because we also have demo videos through which we can understand how the software works. Now, let me just see if there's anything else. I got one more, this purchase single rate, yes. And then I got one more sheet, which is this also I'm going to close. I'm going to start with demo. And now this is where I said, now this is the e-commerce data from one of the not e-commerce data. I think the service billing, which is done by one service company who does the processing of the credit card, they do the credit card inquiry and do the confirmation, and the clients, the banks. Okay, now let's say in this case, I've converted to the purchase voucher. Now I have to give the data in the required format. You see, this is the mandate data, transaction name, credit party name, voucher type, invoice number, invoice date, GST purchases. This is what they got. If they want bill wise, you can also add this additional. These are the 4 additional fields which are required when you want bill wise. Okay, I'm going to show you how to convert this format. This I'm going to use the convert to voucher format. Now see, this is not in the format in which it can be imported to Tally. Okay, so I use the purchases format. Okay, there's a validation which is done to just check whether the column count, column names are okay. Now I got this company. I just give the name of the company. Okay, let's say I call it as demo company. I can also connect to Tally and directly to pick up the name of the company. I got the invoice date. I select the voucher type. What is the voucher type? There is the voucher type here. Voucher number. These are mandatory fields which are required. Voucher number, I can give it as the invoice number. Okay, depending on the voucher number in given, if whatever invoice number is given, it can be taken. If you set it automatic, it will ignore whatever invoice number you given. Automatically, Tally will add the numbers from the last number. Party name. Now this is the party name I have to debit. I credit for purchase. I credit the party name. Now you see here, credit amount will be all computed automatically. Okay, I say next. Now here, if you see, in this case, if you see the data column, if you see SGST and below that SGST is there, sales, below that the detail is available. So I use the header as the ledger name. Okay, whatever Tally account you got, ledger name in Tally, the same thing you should give it as a header. So here, what is that I want? I want GST purchases. Now just see the magic what happens now as we go. Header as ledger name. I'm going to select the IGST. Where is the IGST? I just type I, the IGST will come. I've got this again. I have to want CGST. I just go here and type C. Now you see CGST, it's selected. Now I want to go and select this SGST. I just type yes, SGST is collected. I also have an option where I can directly connect to Tally and pick up the column name from the ledger Tally itself directly. This is what I have. Now, for example, if I got CES or anything else, I can go and select the column name. And next, if I want to give additional details, I can go here and give the additional details. What are the additional details? Like I have the transaction type, buyer name, purchase invoice number. You remember I told you, you can also include the purchase invoice number. You enter that column and enter the select that column here. You can also enter the cost center details, bill wise details, etc. Okay, now I come back here again to transaction type. This is where we are here. So now you see what we did was, in the case of purchase, first we selected the credit, the part whom we have to credit, and we selected the debits. Okay, and then I say the magic word convert data. Now this is going to convert and give you a preview of how the data will look like. Okay, it will also compute the statistics. Now if you click on the statistics, it automatically computes the statistics for this and tells you what are the date for which the transaction is available, what is the sum of debit, what is the sum of credit, what is the sum of purchase, all the details are available. Now I want to see, the most important thing for me was, I want to see the data, whether it's converted in the way I want in Tally. Now you see here, I got this transaction, this one, the party is credited and GST purchase debited. CGST is debited, SGST is debited. Now it has created this particular, converted the data from the standard format, and then I can save this data, and then we are ready to import this purchase. Data has been exported. Do you want to open the file? Yes, I want to import, open the file. Now see, this is what has been created. Now see, what are the format of data? I've been able to convert this, and it's ready to import now. How do I import? Now you already know I have to go to import to Tally vouchers. Before that I validate. So if there are any new ledgers not available, it'll do the validation and tell you this ledger is not available, or the voucher type is not available, or there is any issue, voucher number doesn't tally, or the debit and credit doesn't tally. It'll give you the error message. You can rectify and import it. Now we have seen one. Now let me pick up one more example. I've seen the purchases. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up the sales part. Okay, let's pick up the sales. I'll show you sales with two examples. Okay, first row does not no, okay, this is not what I wanted. First, I want to go and pick up the now there's some validations which are there, so I don't want to. Yes, no, this is not what I wanted. First, I want to have the sample data. Now, what I want to do is there are standard formats. You want to learn, we have got standard formats available for the sales. In the sales, it can be single rate, multiple rate. In single rate, it can be single rate with header as ledger name, or single rate with column as ledger name, or in multiple rate also, I can have multiple GST rates and multiple CGST rate. I'm going to take a simple example, single rate, and I say open. So this is going to create the sample data. Now you see the purchases same we are doing for the sales. Okay, in fact, the company name is also same. I just changed the headings here. Now I come to eTallysoft. Okay, I come to sales format. Now I want to convert the voucher. I select this sales. This is a validation which is done. Now what is that I need to select? Now you see it's already gives me the option. I give the name of the company. In this case, I just give it to the ABC company, or I can connect to Tally and give the name of the company. I give the voucher type. What is the voucher type here? There is a column called voucher type. If I want narration, I can select the narration. Here I got the voucher number. Now voucher number, I am giving the invoice number as the. Now this is what is, you have to be careful. If you have selected wrongly, then you give an error message in validation. Now ledger name, there is a debit party name. I have given the ledger name, so it's easily understandable. I say next. Now this is where I select the corresponding ledger names. Now header. Now here what do I select? I have to select the GST sales, and here I select the. Now this actual data from one of the clients who is actually doing output IGST, yeah, who is actually converting the data based on the standard formats. So it means they were actually earlier manually entering the data. Now they're able to convert this. I'm picking up CGST. Now I have got this SGST. Output SGST. That's all. Now I selected the. It's very important to select the columns correctly. Okay, I say convert the data. Now you see it is converted to the data. You can check the statistics. I got the statistics here. Okay, now I say preview the vouchers. Preview vouchers. Now this is what. See, now you see here, they complete all the vouchers have been converted from this particular format into this format. Now look at the accounting entry. You're debiting this HDFC Bank and creating GST sales, outputs CGST, and output SGST. Now the ledger name, should it be in this way? You can decide in whatever format you have in Tally, the same way you can give the details. Okay, this is how we converted the sales. Now I save this file and then I'm ready to import. I open the company and import. I'm just going to show you one more example. This is a very beautiful, excellent example, which is used extensively. This is a bank statement. This is how we can convert the bank statement. This is the last example. Now, first, let me use the sample data. I want the bank statement. Okay. And now there are in bank statement also, we have done research of many banks. There could be single amount column or debit and credit column. I'm going to pick up the simple example, single amount column. Now I've got this bank statement. Now just see how I'm able to convert this. There's a little work which has been done. This bank statement has been downloaded in Excel format, and after that you add the corresponding ledger. Okay, so that automatically the entry is created. Right, so this is the work you have to do. Now, if you already got this data, you can apply auto filter. Based on that, you can pick up what the type of accounts. You have to do a little work to get this, or instead of this, you want to give import into Tally, then add the ledgers. You can also do that. Okay, now let me show you how you can convert this. I go to eTallySoft. Now you see it's very simple. Convert to vouchers. I go and select the bank statement. Okay. Now I can also save this as a template so that next time when you do, I have this option save configuration. Whatever configuration I've done, I am importing the same client, same bank many times. I don't have to do the selection. Once I've saved the format, I just use the format and I can import automatically. By default, it will pick up all the figures. Let's say I give the name of the bank as HDFC. Now just follow the steps. Very simple. I select the first this one, which is in this case, this is the serial number. And by default, it picks up, reads and picks up the last row and asks the confirmation. I say yes. Now, if you see here, by default is actually read all the columns and populated. Then I can give a ledger, which means I want to put all the corresponding transaction suspense account. Okay, I don't want to do that now because I've already prepared the corresponding ledgers. I go and select the corresponding ledgers. Right. Okay, now I've got this. See, in this case, by default, we had a single column. You got one. If there are two columns, I would have selected two, then you would have opened the option. Okay. Now I've got this convert data. Now see the magic happening. Now it reads what will be the number of transactions. It converts and gives you the statistics. This is a number. There are 277 transaction debits and 57 credits. Now I want to preview the vouchers. I say preview vouchers. Now this is what has been done. I have converted all the bank statement data and I'm able to get this at one glance. Now I can also do a lot of other things. I can connect to Tally and do the validation. Okay, I can also connect to Tally and add the ledger name directly here. I can also do a validate directly from here. Okay, so what I do here is I say save and then I can import it. This is what I said. There are 300 plus transactions. I can import this in less than a minute or 2 minutes. Now, how is it converted? Now you see all the bank statement has been converted in this particular format. Okay, and now we are ready to import. How do I import? As I said, you go to import vouchers. If the ledgers are available, I can just decide what is the format in which it is to be there. And I say, okay, what will happen? Now you know the process. It will give you the demo, name of the company. Since the Tally is education mode, this now it's already detected that you got dates of different types and this voucher will not be imported. Okay, this is how we can import the bank statement. See, it's already highlighted which are the dates on which data cannot be imported, because in educational mode, we can import only 131. Okay, if the ledgers are not available, it will tell you ledgers are not available. It will give you a separate worksheet. If the voucher type is not available, it will give you a separate worksheet after validation saying these voucher types are not available, and also give you the default voucher types that are available in Tally. If the debit and credit doesn't tally, it will also give you which are the debit and credit doesn't tally. Okay. Now this is how you can convert the statement. So similarly, I've got salaries. I can convert using the salary data. Now in this case, it does the validation because this is not that format. So it gives me the message. Okay. So this is how we can import the data. Now one last thing I want to show you is, for example, this one export and import, where you can export the data, whatever you got from Tally, and export it in an Excel format, and then you can import into Tally. So it will give you in a format in which you can import into Tally. You also got statistics. All the statistics from Tally you can extract at one shot. Okay. Now I just want to show you one last thing. Let's say the Excel log, the logs which I told you. The Excel log maintains a log of all the activities you've done in the sheet. That's what I said is auto documentation. Now if you go to the activities log, the activities log will give you all the activities you performed. This becomes a part of document, is what function you use, which is the company you did, when it was performed, what is the workbook name which was used, what is the worksheet name which was created, where was it stored. You have the complete history at one place. Now you want to view this in Excel and make it as part of the audit documentation. Just say view in Excel. This will be stored in Excel. See, this becomes a part of your audit documentation. Whatever work your staff have done, you ask them to create the Excel log or the activities log, and this is maintained. Okay, another interesting thing which I want to show you, we have this general info. Okay, we have this company info, all this particular information I can extract at one shot. Similarly, I have the master info. Tomorrow I'm having a demo of TCAT. In this, I'm going to show you. These are all features of TCAT which are also included here. When I say master info, so you see these are the masters which are available in Tally. I can export all these masters at one go from Tally into Excel in a standard format. Okay, this broadly what I want to cover in this particular presentation. I hope this presentation is useful and you got a good overview of how you can use the excellent features of eTallySoft for performing what? I think I've already repeated many times. Primarily two things. One is importing data from Excel template into Tally. Second, you can also export data from Tally to Excel formats for further analysis. So these are two great functions which are available in the software. In addition to that, there are various other utilities which are available. Okay, I hope this presentation is useful. I think if you got any questions, you can email me. So thank you very much for joining this particular webinar. If you got any questions, you can ask, else I'm going to close. Okay, thank you very much and bye.